Hello, and welcome to my video that introduces you to Theme Park Tycoon 2. If you use the tutorial, it forces you to place the teacups in a specific spot, and I am planning ahead to include the tracks of two rides very close by the entrance, as well as queue lines and other things, so I'm not placing the teacups where the tutorial would put them. You can see me here cleaning up the first piece of trash on the ground. I look like some kind of rotating vacuum cleaner. So this weird complicated thing that I'm doing and placing the teacups, those two rides by the entrance, one will be the train and the other one will be the monorail, and I'm leaving room for those. And then I'm also placing room away from the sidewalk for the queue lines. So this sort of strange little placement dance with the teacups is me taking that into account. Now, I have to admit, when I place these first 8 to 10 rides, they're a bit more crammed together than they should be because I don't leave room for seating and garbage bins off the pathway. And you'll see that as we go along. I end up changing that much later into this series with the theme park. Hopefully I didn't click through it too quickly for you to notice, but I did accept a daily bonus of $1,750. It isn't a lot, but if you can log in every day and claim it, it does help. So the first stall that I'm putting in is the restroom. Yes, to most Americans, it seems very strange to have to pay to use the restroom. But if you go overseas or on a Caribbean cruise or something like that, there may be an attendant. You may need to tip them because if the attendant weren't there, there would be no toilet paper, there would be no hand soap, there would be none of the amenities that most of us take for granted. So paying for a restroom, well, it's not too terribly strange. So the little thing that I put at the edge of the sidewalk with the two poles and the two red circles, the do not enter is in fences, walls, and poles toward the very end, and it keeps your park visitors from going a direction you don't want them to go that isn't going to get them where you want them to be. And again, here, the reason it takes so long to place the Twister ride is I'm taking into account the train and the monorail and integrating the queue lines into the main sidewalk. So it just takes that extra moment of finagling to get it the way I want. You may have noticed the little red balloons above people's heads, the Z's, the fork, the wine glass. They're tired, they're hungry, they're thirsty, and we need to do something about it. The point of the do not enter polls is the less often you give your park guests a chance to go in a direction that isn't going to get them where they want to go, the less often they're going to be dissatisfied or complaining that they can't find a ride that they want. Once you've built your ride with your entrance and exit and queue lines, don't forget to open it. You can see me using the picker tool here to copy the little do not enter signs for the exit queue on the Twister ride, so I don't have to go all the way through scenery nearly all the way to the end of fences, walls, and poles just to select those little do not enter signs. If you're too far away from the trash to clean it up, you'll get the little red line of text that tells you, and you just need to move your avatar closer to where the trash is on the screen. I use the picker tool to select path here and make a place to put a bench and a trash can. I do put a little section of wall around the exit queue so that park guests can't walk into it from the side. The wall is very clear. You can't go that way. One of the park achievements is nice and tidy. I believe you have to have 25 trash cans and no trash on the ground. I'm not going to line up 25 trash cans in a row just to get the achievement. We'll work on that a little later, but it's very important for guest satisfaction to have trash cans and seats and restrooms and food stalls throughout the park. I just added a soft drink stall and a pizza stall, and I put that little bit of path there so that I can add seating and maybe some trash cans. When I mentioned earlier that I forgot to leave room for seating and trash cans, part of it is because I forgot that I like to leave the main pathway to path sections wide so that it's very easy to see what is queue path for ride and what are the main thoroughfares of the park. I need to give a shout out to Clara Esslinger. Thank you for being my latest subscriber. I really appreciate your support. I'm adding a spiral slide here because it's less expensive than the carousel. I'm putting it on this side of the path with the teacups because they're both gentle rides. It's a method of organization that I like to have, but you don't need to put your rides anywhere in particular. That's just something I like to do. I'm going to fast forward through this section of the entrance, the exit, the queue lines, the do not enter signs, opening the ride. You've seen it. It's not interesting anymore. I'm putting in a refreshing fruit stand and a popcorn stand so the guests have a few more choices than just pizza and soft drinks. Right here, I'm cleaning up the wall so that the thoroughfare is a little more open. Eventually, I'll get rid of this seat and this trash can because, like I said, I didn't plan in advance, so I didn't leave as much room as I normally would. You can see me placing the space rings right here. It's an inexpensive and intense ride that you can add fairly quickly to your park. The next few videos will show you how to prioritize what comes next, what to do when you're waiting for money for the next thing, how to build the roller coasters, and I can't wait. You'll get to see me place an observation tower as this video winds down. It was an inexpensive and gentle ride that I could add before I get to the carousel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope you're enjoying these videos or finding them useful. Please click like or subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try and get to those in the next video. And I would love to be giving shout outs to new subscribers. Thank you.